We have been recording a song during lockdown for the NHS.
We have also been filming some things that we've been doing at home.
We really hope you enjoy it.
I get to relax more and spend more time with my family.
I can study when I want, and I go on more runs than I used to.
I'm learning Mandarin and French.
Probably being with family.
Resting and me playing PS4.
That we get to do online work.
Doing lots of things for my home learning, like drawing, and sending these to my teachers.
Someday I wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where travel smells like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me.
To see my friends.
Meeting the rest of my family.
To also see my other members of family and get to go other places more.
Seeing my friends.
To go back to school and play more football with my friends.
Going back to school and having fun.
When we get to go back to school and I can see all my friends again.
Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Let's fly over the rainbow, widen a wide sky. If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I?
Hello, everybody. A warm welcome to all of you today. So great to see so many of you here for supporting parents during the pandemic. Lovely, warm welcome. First of all, my name is Dawn Henry, and I am the Early Help Coordinator, managing the Early Help Hub service in Newham. What we do, we support families to support themselves and support you with anything that you may be going through right now, because I know it's quite difficult through the pandemic. So I'm so glad so many of you have joined. What I would ask you to do, if you can, get yourself a pen and a piece of paper, because we're going to be sharing with you lots of information and guidance. But following on from this, we will be sharing the slides. So I'll tell you a bit more about that later. But just in case you really need to contact somebody tomorrow morning, I'll suggest get a pen and a piece of paper so you could jot down those numbers and email contact details. Okay, Natty, would you be able to show the slides, please? Okay, so to start today's session, we wanted to start with a poll to gain an understanding of what you might be struggling with through the pandemic. So Natty, would you like to launch the poll, please?
Hi everyone, the poll should have popped up on your screen. So the first question is just to gather who's in the room. So if you can answer that for us, that'd be great.
Oh, wow. Looks like there's a lot of mums in the room and dads. Hello, Dad. Hello, Mum. Couple of children are here and some professionals. Absolutely brilliant. I think some of you haven't responded yet, so just leave it for a little bit longer. So just, if you see the poll, just pick the one that's most appropriate to you. No problem. I think someone's put in, thanks for inviting you. No problem at all. And there's more to come, so stay hooked. Okay, all right. So we've got majority mums in the room, a couple of dads, some children. So hello, children and young people. Lovely to see you on here, and some professionals. So shall we go to the next one? Lovely. Shall we go to the next poll? Lovely. So what is worrying you the most right now? If you could just state what's the most thing that's concerning you right now. Is it money? Is it employment, housing, food, your child's learning, relationships, your children's mood, behavior, your own emotion? What's worrying you right now? Keep going. Ooh, okay. That's it. We've got a few leaders here. Keep going. The more you tell us, the more we can support you. So keep going. About 74% of people have responded. Keep going. Okay, so it looks like, now are you able to share it, Natalie, so they can see? So majority of you, 57% of you are worried about your children's learning. Okay, and worrying about their emotions as well. And the rest of you have said, 47% of you said money, employment and housing. Okay, so you're in the right place, so that's good. And then there's some other things as well. Okay, so okay, lovely. All right, can we go to the next one? So with all these concerns and worries that you have right now, who's there to support you? Friends, family, professional, or there's just nobody there? Keep going, keep going. Keep going. Nearly there. Okay, right. If we show that one. So the majority of you says, 61% say that you've got friends and family. That's great. That's really good that you've got somebody to talk to and help you with this. But 35% of you say you have nobody. Right. Okay. So just to let you know, if you're putting things in the chat, that's great. We will have a look at them. I may not be able to refer to them during this, but we'll definitely have a look at them after the session. So just keep on writing things and we'll pick it up. Okay. Okay. Is that the last one, Natalie?
This one. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
That's the last one.
Okay. All right. So let's have a look at the main session. So today we're going to talk you through some services that are available. We have a wealth of services and support for parents right now, but we realize that maybe sometimes you don't know about that information and they're there to help you and support you. So if we can have a look at the first slide, is there any way to bring up a little bit more so they can see?
Can you see it as a full screen, everybody? Or is it?
If you can see it at full screen, if you could just put yes in the chat box, then I know it's just me that can see it in a small one. Yes, you can see it big. Okay, well, no, yes, yes, okay. It's just me. All right, I'll try my best. I've got my glasses on today, so I'll try my best. All right. So some of the things that parents have told us that they're struggling with right now is what you've said, which is unemployment, loss of income. They may have had a job and lost it during the pandemic. It could be that they're feeling isolated. So again, what you've raised with me already, that some of you don't have anybody local that can support you. Immigration or your asylum status is also another thing. Physical health, money concerns, parenting support, relationship difficulties, maybe that you're experiencing low mood, and also housing, which is a big one. So we're going to start with the first aspect of support. If you move to the next slide. What I would ask you all to do, if you can and you have access to the internet, is to go to the Newham website. On there, you will see information that says COVID-19, something about COVID-19 support. Oh, somebody's saying, can you make the slides bigger, Natalie, if possible? It's a bit small.
Yeah,
They
sure.
was very bigger before.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll continue talking what we figure with the technology. If you can go to Newham as your first point of call and go on there, you'll see a little box that says COVID-19 support, something like that. If not, when you get these slides, I've already put the link in there where you go directly on, and there's lots of information about getting food, getting financial support, help with housing, money, everything is on that. So if you can, I would go straight there and have a look what's available. It has all the contact numbers, emails, and so forth to get that much needed support. Thank you, Natalie. If we go to the next page. It's going a bit slow today, as technically will go.
Sorry.
What I've done, I've tried to highlight some of those services that are mentioned within the COVID-19 support page. So if you're looking for food and need food, there are a number of food banks populated across Newham. I've put the link there where you need to go if you need food, and you could just go straight there and get some food. Sometimes you might have to go to a children's centre or to your child's school and ask for a voucher, or contact your child's school for a voucher. Some of you would already be receiving holiday food vouchers via your child's school. If you're not and you would like it and you think you're eligible for it, I would advise you contact your child's school and speak to what we call the designated safeguarding lead or anyone in the office and say, look, I've heard about the holiday food vouchers. How can I get hold of that? And they'll be able to provide that for you. If you need support with food shopping, and you're having a problem with that, again, call that number, the Newham COVID-19 helpline, or email them, and they've got the opening hours there, and they will support you to set up an online shopping account so you get that regular shopping coming in if you can't go out, if you've got COVID or anything. So I've put a number of links to help you. Moving to the next page. Community Links is one of our very good providers, and they offer a range of support as listed there. So you could contact them on that number and they will support you via phone. You don't need to go to any of these services. You just contact them via phone. If you're facing any kind of financial debt, worried about rent arrears, any housing concerns, you're not quite sure, you're not getting the repairs done, you're not happy where you're living at the moment, if you're worried about your mood, how you're feeling, or again, any kind of employment support, or if you want support groups, contact them and they will be able to point you in the right direction or tell you what they have on offer. So as I'm going through, you'll see that there's so much overlap in what's available for you. And I would encourage you to make contact with these services because they're willing and waiting for your call. Next page. What we have as well, and many of you might have heard of MoneyWorks. We recently changed the name of that and it's now called Our Newham Money, but it's the same service, MoneyWorks. Now, MoneyWorks will support around emergency loans. So if you really need money now, they will give you an emergency loan when they have a conversation with you about your circumstances. They'll offer debt advice and how you manage your finances. And it's all confidential. It's just between you and that service. They'll look at your benefits. So a lot of parents come to me and they say, we don't feel we're receiving all the benefits that we're eligible to. So they will look at everything and check and say, oh, there might be something else that you might be able to get. And they will help you to complete the form. So it's not just a case of advice, they'll help you to complete the form, which is always good and helpful. Oh, I am not in benefits. Yeah, I think it's worth a call, I would say. Just call them up and just talk about your circumstances. If you want help with regular savings and food, contact them. So these are services that all offer similar things to parents, but it's just you could pick and choose which one you feel you want to contact. Can you go to the next page, please? Then we have our Newham Work, which was called Newham Workplace, and they support with employment. So if you are struggling and you want to look for another job, or you've been out the workplace for a very long time and you want to get back into it, and you may that you don't want to work straight away, but you want to do some training first or some volunteering work post-pandemic, you may not be able to do it right now. They will help with your CV, looking at different career options, what jobs are suitable to you, but also local jobs, so that with your children, you're not too far away. So they help you to find jobs that suit your hours, so it suits the school time as well. So I would go onto their website and you can actually refer yourself on the website, and they have some contact details as well. It's a very, very good service. Next page. I wanted to flag this up to you because I came across this and I've been promoting it left, right and centre, but we all know about the census. So the last census took place, I think 2011, because it's every 10 years, but they are recruiting on a global scale. They want over 30,000 roles, local roles, and it's flexible. So what they're looking for is people that could go door to door and ask people, you know, help them to complete the census. And there's a number of different roles. So if you could only work 15 hours a week, you can apply for 15 hours a week. If you could do 37 hours a week, they will have that opportunity. And the application form is very, very simple. So I've put the link there if you're interested in doing that, because it's flexible hours. So you could do evenings or you could do weekends. You just work it according to your childcare responsibilities. So it's a good one to go on to, and it's happening right now. So they're recruiting from now, I think up until March, but different roles. Completely different roles, officer roles, interviewer roles, manager roles, supervisor role. You can see I've gone into it quite a bit, have you? Just have a look, go onto that website. And I think it's something that you could do. What type of work? It's just basically going door to door. You'll have the full PPE protection, and you're just asking people, have you completed the census yet? And if you haven't, do you need support? And it's basically going around doing that. But you can find out a lot more about it if you go to the website. So I would encourage you, if you're looking for something short term, go and do that. Thank you, Natalie. Housing support. So I know many of you are worried about your housing. Now, the Magpie project is a very, very good project that work with families with children under 5. So if you're living in temporary accommodation at risk of homelessness and you have maybe no recourse to public funds, please contact them. I've put the details there, so don't worry too much. Contact them and have a discussion with them about your circumstances. We also have shelter as well, and they are available via phone to talk about any housing related issues. For example, we get a lot of issues where it's a private owned property and a landlord is not completing their proper checks. They're not doing any repairs. You have damp, you have mold. These are the kind of things you need to raise with shelter to see, and they can advise you and in some cases support and advocate on your behalf. If you're at risk of homelessness, again, shelter is a good place to start to help you and point you in the right direction. So anything around housing, please contact these services. And there's more if you go to the Newham website. Next page. So I've also put down some information around our homelessness early intervention service. I've listed on the left-hand side some of the things that they help with. So in terms of housing costs, how to claim housing benefit, they'll give you personalized one-to-one job brokerage. They'll help with homelessness, negotiating with landlords, as I've just said, budgeting skills. So it'll be good to contact them as well. And I've put the link to make an online referral. Next one. So we're moving on to where you might have a concern or worry about drug use or alcohol use. Please, again, do not be ashamed, because what we have here is a service that is a confidential service, and they will work with you, find out a bit about what's happening, how often you use drugs or how often you use alcohol, and they will develop a plan to suit you. And they're very, very good. And again, they're waiting for your call. So if you just want to contact them, it doesn't go anywhere. They will just work with you to help you to move on to the next stage. So I've just put that in there so you know of the service called CGL. Thank you, Natalie. So we're going on to relationship support. So sometimes we're in relationships where it's abusive. And I felt it's important to just mention that we do have services available to you, that you can get that confidential help and support. And then sometimes if you need to leave the relationship, they will help with that. So I've put down our Hestia service called Hestia, and they are available to help if you need to immediately remove yourself from that property. If you're fleeing domestic abuse, you could contact that abuse helpline, as I've put there, if you need a space. Always, if you feel that your life is in danger and you're really worried, contact the police straight away. But if not, you could contact a professional support worker on that email or that telephone number for free and confidential support. So please don't be afraid. If you're in that situation, please make the call. They won't force you to do anything. It's just somebody to talk through your options of what you want to do next. So please just contact them. Next page. And then what we also have, which is a new service, the Women's Trust, they provide counseling for survivors of domestic abuse. So you may have had domestic abuse in the past, fled a relationship like that. You're now in a better situation. But as we all know, when we've experienced something traumatic, it lingers, it stays with you. So you may want to talk to somebody about it. Counseling is fantastic. I've had counseling. I'm really happy to say I love counseling. And I've got to say, in America, every person has their own therapist. So why don't we do the same? You know, someone to talk to. So please contact them if you want any sort of counseling, just to talk it through. Next page. And then we've got a page on emotional wellbeing support. So thinking about your well-being, we have, again, Community Links Mental Health Service. They offer befriending with a trained volunteer, and they help with other things as well. So please, 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 if you want that, it's available, and contact Rosalind or that number. Next page. Bereavement support. So I know that a number of you, and we all have lost somebody very close to us, especially during the pandemic. And we're not able to grieve the way we would usually grieve. We're not able to do some of the practices and rituals that we're accustomed to doing if it wasn't for the pandemic. And that raises a lot of worries for you because you're not able to grieve properly. I would encourage you to contact any one of those services listed, and they're available to help you, to offer a space for you to talk it through. So we've got the Drop-In Bereavement Centre, Highway Vineyard Church that offer a 6-week course around bereavement. And I've also listed some children's bereavement services. If they've lost a parent through this difficult time, they can make contact with those services. And they're very, very good. Please don't worry about us going too fast through this, because we will be sending this out to you afterwards. But just in case you wanted to know any emails or telephone contact, just have a pen and a piece of paper. Next page. We also have our Newham Talking Therapies service, and they don't just offer one-to-one counselling, they offer group support. So if you're feeling stressed, irritable, having trouble with your sleep, having low mood, you're just feeling low, or you're interested in doing mindfulness, please just contact them and say you'd like to join a webinar just like this, and they'll give you some helpful tips to get you through it. And I've put the details below. Thank you for that. Ghazala, would you like to say a bit about children's centres? Just wait 2 seconds.
Right, can you guys hear me now?
Yep, lovely.
Sorry, it wasn't unmuting. I'm not used to Zoom, you can see still. I'm Gazella. I'll speak to you guys about our children's centres. We offer family support and activities and services for parents with children who are birth to 5 years. At the moment, our children's centres are offering activities virtually, so it's either on Zoom or other kind of services, apps such as that. We look at offering family support, but we also offer targeted and specialist groups. So these could be stay and play, speech and language groups, parenting support, special educational needs support as well. So I've included in here the website for our children's centre. You can look to find the nearest children's centre to you guys. They may not be open, so you might not always be able to easily just walk in and have a chat with someone, but the service is available to you guys. In our children's centres, we also have some family support practitioners. Family support workers work with you guys. We love that parents are the experts in their children and in their current circumstances. So our family support workers will work with you guys to look at difficulties you're experiencing, financial struggles, housing difficulties. They can apply for some funds for you if it's possible to do so. We also give parenting advice within our family support work, such as managing behavior, healthy eating, speech and language. So in order to, we do have a referral system for our family support. So the link for the referral is there. But please, 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 if you would like to access family support, you can email the email below, which is bsilfamilysupport@newham.gov.uk. You guys can email that, said, I would like some support. And I always pick those emails up and I will give you guys a ring to discuss your needs and to complete a referral form with you. Next page. So we have some virtual coffee and chat sessions available for parents. It's a virtual space. I know that we're probably all missing a lot of, contact with other people at the moment, but it's just a way to get you guys connected and to learn. It's an opportunity to discuss the highs and lows of, how is it to be in lockdown? I know that I'm struggling, with lockdown. It's the second time round. We haven't seen people for such a long time. Schools are closed again, being at home 24/7 means a lot of difficulties come about. So we do have our virtual coffee and chat session. So please, please join us and come and have a chat with a cup of coffee. And during the first lockdown, we noticed that a lot of parents were struggling at home. Everybody was at home, routines went out the window, sometimes we just had to find a way to cope. So we've set up a service called Parenting Befriending. This is provided by trained practitioners who, already work with families. We're looking at giving you guys a safe space to talk and think about the ways that you're currently coping. And if you're struggling in certain areas like behavior, managing screen time, you've got anxieties or worries, or you're just not looking after yourselves as mummies, daddies, children as well. We offer the Parenting Befriending service to support you with that. It's a maximum of 8 weeks. And again, if you have questions or would like to access the service, please email me on bsilfamilysupport@newham.gov.uk. In addition to this, we also have other services offered by something we call Strengthening Families at the moment. Some of these areas have already been covered in the previous slides that Dawn was speaking about. But Strengthening Families includes things like money matters, giving you advice around financials, debts. We also have housing advice, finance, employment and training requests as well. You can ask for more information about this from strengthening.families@newham.gov.uk.
Thank you. Is there somebody here from Head Start? Just checking. No? Okay. All right. I'm happy to do it. Yep. So can you all still see me? Can you see me? I can't see me. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Oh, good. Okay. So just talking a bit about the Your Time offer, which is a really good one for the children. Yeah. So this is a space, this is like befriending, children's befriending. So if you're thinking about your children, and I'm thinking about mine as well, they're not seeing their friends, they're feeling isolated, you know, they're not seeing their friends at school, they're at home. They may just need someone to talk to. So we have this lovely offer where a child is matched with a befriender and they'll work with them for up to 12 weeks duration. And it's just a space for them to talk about anything they want to talk about. They want to talk about YouTube, any games that they're interested, they just have somebody to talk to. Oh, yes. Oh, we have somebody. Is that Amelia? I don't know if you can, are you able to speak? Natalie, well, I'll carry on talking until Natalie can connect her to speak. But yeah, this is a lovely opportunity for young people to have someone to talk to during this time. So if you would like that service, please just click on the link there that I've provided, or you could contact using that contact number and just say, can I have a befriender for my child? And we get that sorted out for you. Just thinking about support for yourself, but also your children. Thank you. Can we go to the next page? Oh, somebody's saying that their daughter's accessing this service and it's fantastic. Great to hear, Vicky. Great to hear. Yes, so just if anyone else wants to benefit from this service, please just make contact.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, lovely. Amelia, would you like to take over? Emilia?
Hi, my name is Emilia Kwagwala. I'm parent facilitator with Head Start. So yes, we've got the befriending service for parents to parents, and we've got Your Time for parents to your children. So it will be helpful if you feel your child needs that support, that one-to-one support with a youth worker. They do have activities they can do, and like Dawn said, they can talk about YouTube or anything like that. Another service we're doing now is, well, we've been doing that for a while now, is the Being a Parent course. It's a 9-week course. We've got one this evening just after this, so 6 to 8. If you can click on the link somewhere, or we'll put it in the chat to get parents on. First, we see it as an opportunity to spend time for yourself. I always say parenting is the only job you don't get trained before you start. So this is like an ongoing thing that you are, empowering yourself, first to build resilience in yourself and then in your young person. This evening, they're talking about resilience. So it would be nice if we can, Fazlin, is it possible to put a link in the chat for me, please? That'll be helpful. It's a tester session this evening. We've got different dates as well. So if this evening is not convenient, you can join the other ones if you register. But it will be nice to have our parents come together, especially in the lockdown where we can't go out to meet other people. It's all virtual. So please join us. And any questions, we are here to help. Thank you very much, Dawn.
Thank you. There is a link at the bottom of a YouTube video, and we will be showing that at the end of this presentation. So if you're not having to run off quickly to make some dinner, if you can spend another 5 minutes, we'll show you the video so you can have a look at what happens in these parent groups. Okay, thank you, Amelia. Next slide, please. So we, as well as having the EPEC program that Amelia was just talking about, we have another program, which is a Triple P parenting course. And there's a number of different courses depending on your needs. Again, if you would like to attend that course or one of those courses listed, you just go to that website and you could do your own self-referral. So you can refer yourself. Again, it's all online. You don't have to leave your home. But I would encourage you, if you're feeling isolated or you're, I don't know, as we all do, we have trouble with our own children, isn't it? And they're at home all the time. We all feel that. And sometimes the strategies that we're using isn't working. And you just want to talk to another parent and see if they're having similar difficulties. I know I do. Just join a group, because it's I've been to groups myself, and I'm always feeling better about myself when I've heard that somebody else is having a similar problem to myself. So I don't feel bad anymore. So it's good to share and just get it off your chest and learn something new. It might work, it might not, but at least you've tried. So again, it's a lovely group. Both of them are. Attend, join, see how it goes, and then come back to me and tell me how it goes. I'll be happy to hear. Next page. So thinking about some of you that may have children with additional needs. So we're aware of that, and there'll be another session specifically for those parents and children, but we thought we'd add it here. So we have support for parents that have children under the age of 5. And there's a hotline on the left-hand side of this page. You will see that it runs on Tuesdays from 9:30 to 12:30. Wednesdays 9:30 to 12:30, or Friday 1 to 4, and you will have the opportunity to talk about some of the challenges that you're facing and maybe some of the support that you're trying to get for yourself and your children. So please, I would encourage you, don't sit there worrying. Talk to someone, because I'm telling you, once you say something and speak to someone, you feel a lot better. Don't hold it to yourself. If you've got a child under 5, please contact that hotline. In addition to that, we've got what we call Newham service, and it's a free, impartial and confidential service that supports parents with children with additional needs. So what do I mean by that? So if, for example, you are struggling with your child's school and you don't feel for whatever reason that they're meeting your child's needs, you would like your child to get an EHCP plan, but it's not happening, or you need support with it, please contact Census. And Census is very good for parents with children over the age of 5. There will be a separate session on Send. So we will have a lot more services specifically for parents of children over 5 that I weren't able to put in this one, but there will be another one. So please come back on that one if you're looking for something more. But in the meantime, if you want any information, advice about activities available in your local area, I would encourage you to contact Newham Census, and they'll be able to support you. And the other thing, as a professional, we're not able to refer on your behalf. They say it has to be a self-referral. You have to refer yourself for that support. But again, I encourage you to contact them. Next page. Okay, I'm going to hand over now to Deborah. Is Deborah on the line?
I am. I'm here.
Okay. Over to
Can
you.
people hear me and see me as well?
Yes.
Okay, lovely. Hello, everyone. So my name is Deborah and I work for Newham Libraries. So we are currently still open for a select and collect service. So we've got 10 libraries in the borough, all across the borough. The only one that isn't open at the moment is North Woolwich. So that's undergoing a refurbishment. But all our other libraries are open, and you can go there to, so you can order books online, or you can go there and ask the library staff to put a bag of books together, maybe for you or your child. So you can tell them the kind of books that you'd like or that your child would like, and they can put a selection of books together for you to take home. Don't worry if you haven't got a library card, because you can do that online, and I'll put the website address for you to go onto in the chat in a moment, so you can get your library card online. Now, also, we are open for essential computer use. So you might not have a computer at home and want to use a computer, or you may need to do a specific application form or something. So we can offer that within the libraries, and you'll need to contact each of your the library that you want to go to. Just give them a ring and book a computer space so you can use them. And I think they're up to 45 minutes per day, but if you wanted longer, we could organise that for you as well. Obviously, your children may want to do, you may not want to go out to the libraries, but you may want to encourage your children to read as much as possible during the lockdown, and they can borrow ebooks online. So I'll put that address in the chat in a moment so that they can borrow ebooks from our services, and they will, it's all free. All our services are absolutely free. All the books you can borrow and all the activities that we do, it's all free. As well as the ebooks, you can look at newspapers and magazines online, and they're all free as well. At the moment, for children, we've got a winter reading challenge. So if you were going out to the libraries, they can take part in our winter reading challenge. And again, our staff will put a bag of books together for your child to read. And obviously, it's really important whilst they're off school that they're supplementing their learning however they can. And reading, it's known, not only is it helping their academic achievement, but stress levels and everything. It's really, really important. And they'll get, you know, hopefully we'll find new authors and enjoyment in the reading this lockdown. Anyway, for those of you as well who've got children, babies or toddlers, we do the book start packs. And I know that health visitors haven't been managing to get those out at the moment through visits. But if you are looking for your book start pack, that's for babies or for toddlers, and it's the free book that's given by Bookstart, you will be able to get those from your nearest library within the next couple of weeks. So leave it a week or so, and then you can pop into your library and collect a book start pack. Again, we've got a couple of events happening next week because it's National Storytelling Week. So we've got events online, so a storytelling event and an event around dyslexia as well. So again, I'll put that in the chat. Encyclopedia Britannica, so all children's learning resources are also online. And we are about to start a home library service as well. So if you can't get into the library and you'd like the service, we can organise for it to be brought to your home. So I'm going to just put our website address in the chat. That's where you can get a library card, you can access all the ebooks and all the e-resources, newspapers, magazines, and if you wanted the free computer use, just ring up your local library.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Deborah. Natalie, did you want to take over?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Natalie. Oh. Can you see me and hear me okay? Let me know if not.
Yes.
Brilliant. So just drawing on what Dawn was saying earlier, the pandemic has really brought forward a lot of challenges, a lot of new challenges to already maybe such a challenging situation anyway, that many people have experienced. So the online schooling, we've had the announcement now that schools won't be returning until I think it's the 8th of March. So this online schooling will continue. So if you're struggling at the moment, I know I would be, it's a really good opportunity to attend this workshop where parents can share ideas, strategies about how to improve the experience of online schooling from home for young people, but also for yourselves. So we've got the link here. and we can send that out afterwards, and we'll let you know how you can grab these slides in a minute. But yeah, I would really encourage you to attend that, because I think it can be a very isolating time at the moment, and sometimes maybe parents could feel that quite alone, quite isolated, and really a lot of people are going through the same things, and it can be a space where you can share the experiences and anxieties or struggles that you're going through and work together as parents for a way to improve that. So I do encourage you to attend that. Let's see what the next one. So yeah, so this is the list of our upcoming parent workshops. So this one was for more of a parent support one. The next one's going to be more for supporting teenagers during the coronavirus pandemic. So teenagers, we would love to join. We would love children to join, but also parents as well. If you are struggling at the moment with supporting your teenagers at home. So that's going to be on the 4th of February. So that's next week. So it's going to be weekly on Thursdays from 4 till 5. Up until the 18th of March. So that's another 7 sessions, I think, if my maths have, yeah. And then we've got supporting younger children during the coronavirus. Then we also have a sort of self-care, taking care of yourself. A lot of these will cross over. There'll be workshops that cross over, that'll be good for parents to attend, children to attend, self-care as a theme anyway. But I do think it would be good to just have a look at those and see if, talk with your young people at home as well, and see if maybe older siblings, younger siblings as well, for the kids in the room, that they might want to join as well. I think that would be really good. There's another one, there's support for, like Dawn was saying, for children and young people with additional needs. So that'll be a more specific one for SEND, and we'll have a wealth of information of the support. What we aim to do with these workshops is to bring in what's happening across the council, across services and across voluntary agencies as well, to sort of bring together as a central hub where you can find all the information sort of in one place. We're hoping, fingers crossed, to upload this onto a YouTube, but that is fingers crossed. My technology is not the greatest, but I will try. So maybe this can be a place where you can come back to review these. But we do think it'd be good to attend the live sessions, because obviously we can have the chat open. We have professionals ready to maybe answer some of these questions live. So do encourage you to come to these, especially the ones that you think are appropriate for you and your families. There's an immigration support one, really good for families that for no recourse families, speakers of other languages as well. We are hoping by that point as well to have facilitate this session either after the session or during the session with an interpreter. We are also considering whether we can get a BSL interpreter for one of these sessions as well. So we're thinking, I want you to know that we are thinking about all families in Newham. We want to be as inclusive with this information as we can be, and we're putting everything into that. So just wanted to let you know that. Then we have how to protect your children online. So during this pandemic, obviously, people are at home, young people are at home, on the phones a lot more, on the laptops a lot more for work or school, but also for social reasons. And really that session will be focusing on how we can best protect our children online during this time. And the final one is kids and children and young people's keeping them safe in the community. So hopefully we'll have some agency workers from YOS, and we can talk more about exploitation and the risks that are posed to us at the moment. So here's the big question. If you would like a copy of the slides, I will paste this in the chat so it's a little bit easier, but you can send an email, any email, don't worry about how to phrase it, just send an email so that we've got a log of your email saying, yeah, slides please, and I will add you to the list and circulate afterwards. So it's strengthening.families@newham.gov.uk, and I will be sure to paste it in the chat as well. If you would also like, we have launched a Brighter Futures Parents WhatsApp group. And we have a few parents already in there. We have a good number. We have about, I think it's about 20 parents that we've are speaking with in that WhatsApp group. And really, it's a place where, similar to this, it's a group where we can share some of these offers and events and workshops across the council, across different agencies, into one place, so you can get that information to your phone on the go. You know, you've got it there, you can press the link and you'll be on the Zoom. It's just an easier way to communicate, and also as a safe space for parents to come together. This time can be very isolating. So I think I think we have some on the call now who are part of that group, and I think it's helped benefit in terms of, you know, connecting with each other during this time. But yeah, I think that's all from me. Is that the last slide?
Thank you, Natalie. Just going back to that last slide, if you can, Natalie, I just wanted to emphasize one, thank you everybody for coming today. I know you're putting things in the chat. Just rest assured that we are looking at that chat and we are going to come back to you. But the problem with this, we don't have your emails. So as Natalie said, if you want to continue the conversation, you want the slides, and you want to be part of anything else that we're doing, we encourage you to contact us at strengthening.families@newham.gov.uk, strengthening.families@newham.gov.uk, and then we will know that we are able to contact you back via email. A couple of things that you've mentioned, I just wanted to highlight before we finish. So some of you mentioned around free school meals vouchers, and you have specific concerns around that. We will come back to you, but I would advise you to email us with your query, concern, dilemma, and we will come back to you and point you in the right direction. I think somebody also mentioned around finances in particular. If what we've already shown you isn't helping or not, or you feel that it won't hit the spot, please contact us again and we will point you in the right direction. I would encourage you to if you know any other parents from the school community, from early years, and they haven't come today, invite them to come to the next one and the ones going on forward, because it won't be the same information. It'll be different and tailored to what that workshop is about. We have a lot of information to tell you, but we don't want to overwhelm you with it. So pick and choose, select which ones you think will benefit you and your family. Don't feel you have to contact all of them, because as you can see, a lot of them offer the same service. But what I would say to you is do make contact. There's a question about Census job. So yes, if he is over 18, he could apply for that job. But again, as I said, go to that website and read it through. It's very simple and it's a nice little number to keep you going through this difficult time. Okay. I think that's it from everybody. Is there anything else left that we want to say on this one? If you can stay, I would like to show the video. Natalie, are you able to show the video of the parents group?
Yes, I will.
Yeah. While Natalie's loading that, if I can see some people want to join the WhatsApp group, please, you're more than welcome. Going forward, I wanted to tell you a little bit about early help. So many of you may not be familiar with the term early help, but you're going to hear a lot about early help going forward. So get used to the name, because early help is, as I said, supporting families in Newham. And we have so many services available, as you've already seen, but we really want to encourage your involvement to shape services going forward. So again, we may be coming back to you to say, would you like to join a parents group where we get opportunity to talk to you about what you'd like to see and how you're accessing services at the moment. So please, 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 we're going to be pulling on your resources because you know best, so we know how we support you going forward. Are we ready, Natalie? Yep. Okay, over to the video. Thank you, everybody. Oh, Natalie, I think it's the wrong one.
I think it's
the wrong one. It's the one that the Head Start one. that was in the slides, at the bottom of the slides.
Ah, my bad, sorry.
Sorry about that.
Oh, in the
If
slides?
Yeah, go up a bit to the
Oh.
when we're talking about the program, EPEC. Number 21, I think. Yeah, and at the bottom, yeah, I think you have to.
Cool.
Yeah. Lovely. Keep them coming, but please send an email as well. Please send an email to strengthening.families@newham.gov.uk and we will come back to you and link you into any group, WhatsApp group if you've asked, or to get the slides.
16, live in Newham and feel you're struggling with life, you're not alone.
From social media to education, life throws so many challenges at parents today, but Head Start Newham supports families to become more resilient. We offer a range of peer-led courses and workshops to help parents develop the life and communication skills to bring up confident, happy children.
If you do have challenging behaviours with your children, you'll learn a lot from this.
So I thought, free crash, why not?
You actually realize we are all trying to do the same thing.
One thing I learned as well, that we are not perfect parents, we are good enough.
It really helped me to see that, other people are having these same kind of problems as me. I'm not just the only one.
The course literally changed my life and my relationship with my kids.
I would say my home is definitely a calmer place.
If you are a parent and would like to find out more about our courses and workshops, visit headstartnewham.co.uk. Head Start Newham is delivered in partnership with the London Borough of Newham and funded by the National Lottery through the Big Lottery Fund.
Visit headstartnewham.co.uk. If you're between...
Thank you. So that was a really short video to tell you a little bit of what goes on in those groups. So it leaves me to say thank you everyone for staying the course for the whole hour. It's been a lot of information shared today. Don't feel overwhelmed. You pick and choose which one is most relevant. But one thing I would say to you is pick up the phone, make the connection and get the support you need. Thank you, everybody. Have a lovely evening. Take care of yourself and your children. Take care. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining us.